With the rain delay rescheduling his knee surgery, Denny Hamlin went out and cut through the field on a wild green-white checkered finish to win Monday's Goody's Fast Pain Relief 500 at Martinsville Speedway. After leading the most laps with 172, Hamlin found himself having to charge from 10th to 1st in the final 6 laps after the team opted to pit for 4 tires during a caution that was brought out by Jeff Gordon. A green-white checkered finish was set up after Kyle Busch slammed the wall while racing Marcos Ambrose and Paul Menard 3 wide in turn 3. When the field went back to green, Hamlin was able to muscle his way from 4th to 1st to capture his 9th career win and 3rd at Martinsville.
We just did it the old-fashioned way. We passed the cars back, and it was a good day for us. I told Mike here during practice on Saturday that there was no doubts we were going to win this race, and I didn't think it was going to be this hard or that dramatic at the end, but nonetheless, it's a good feeling.
Hamlin originally was scheduled to have his knee surgery today, but since the race got rescheduled, the surgery was moved to Wednesday.
Things don't always happen just the way they plan, and it was frustrating that we couldn't get it done, but this is definitely a good alternative. It's just I'm looking forward to getting over with, mainly because when I know after that hour's done, every minute from there on out, we're going to start to get better and better and better.
Hamlin's Joe Gibbs Racing teammate Joey Logano, who restarted 5th, finished 2nd for his first top 10 in 3 starts at Martinsville.
It was pretty crazy. I feel like we had a 7th or 8th place car all day, and I feel like we didn't do good on restarts. I feel like our new tires were too tight, never took off, but it paid off at the end of a run, and we were able to drive up closer to the front. And hung around there all day, which come down to the end, we started 5th, and that's where you need to be. The bottom was definitely where you had to be. We stuck on the outside, so it was definitely a big deal, and just seemed like everyone was just rooting and gouging, and I just kept filling holes. So that was the big deal for us, and it's cool to get JGR 1-2 finish here, and congrats to Denny. This is a big race for him to win, and growing up around here, and it's cool to follow him to victory lane.
Jeff Gordon was the leader for the last 2 restarts, but finished 3rd after contact while racing hard with Matt Kenseth. Gordon, who wound up leading 4 times for 92 laps, moved up 4 positions in the standings to 7th with the finish.
We were just kind of riding there at the end, going to come home 3rd, and then that caution came out. Those 2 leaders came in, and Steve Letarte made a great call to stay out. And, when we heard about all the cars that stayed out behind us, we felt like we were definitely the car to beat for the win, and then we had the restart, and we got a good restart, and everything was great. And then we're 100 feet away from getting that white flag and getting the victory. So that's frustrating, but I shouldn't be too upset. We were a 3rd place car before that. We finished 3rd.
Ryan Newman also moved up 4 positions in the standings to 22nd after he brought home his number 39 Chevrolet in 4th. Martin Truex Jr. finished 5th for his first top 5 at Martinsville, and Brian Vickers rounded out the top 6. Clint Boyer and Carl Edwards finished 7th and 8th, respectively. Jimmy Johnson, who did not lead a lap for the first time in the last 9 Martinsville races, came home 9th. With the finish, Johnson moved into the series point lead. Greg Biffle, who rebounded from a spin to finish 10th, now sits 2nd in the standings, 14 behind Johnson. Marcos Ambrose recovered from 2 spins on the track to finish 11th, and Brad Keselowski completed the first 12 finishers. Matt Kenseth, who was 3rd on the final restart, dropped to 18th in the finishing order after the contact with Gordon on the final lap. Burton also had misfortune when he had a right front go down in the closing laps after leading 5 times for 140 laps, and he finished 20th. It was also a tough day for pole sitter Kevin Harvick, who led 57 laps before winding up in the garage with brake issues on his number 29 Chevrolet. Be sure to check back with MotorRacingNetwork.com for the latest from Martinsville, and stay with us over the next 2 weeks as we count down to the Subway Fresh Fit 600 at Phoenix International Raceway on April 10th.